Okay, but again, I'm gonna say this one last time because I don't think you guys understand
No,
this.
I
Fallout 4 is such a good game. It's so good. Like, buy the game, go play the game.
Okay, anyway, guys, welcome to Family of Fear podcast. This is our first episode.
Holy shit.
I'm Jaren Lewis. I'm with Family Affair on Instagram and Facebook. I am joined with Chok from Movies Maniacs and Movies Maniac on Facebook and Instagram.
That's right.
And over there in the corner doing weird stuff is Josh Blank.
Hey guys.
He's blank.
He's just a guy.
Just a guy.
So anyways, we have a cool lineup that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the movie Deathgasm, The Nightmare, the documentary about sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk a little bit about Ash vs. Evil Dead, and how that's like, the news show going on right now.
And The Walking Dead as well.
Walking Dead, maybe cut in.
Aliens?
Yeah.
No aliens.
No aliens yet. Come on.
We're not talking about aliens, but
Okay, so what are some of your favorite horror movies that you really love? Or horror icon that you really like?
we're also going to be talking about our favorite horror movies in this episode, so you guys get to understand a little bit about who we are.
Okay, start with you first, Jaren. What is your
myself?
favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie franchise of all time is The Evil Dead, #1 movie, Army of Darkness. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, and you're gonna talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead today as well, so...
Oh, yes, cannot wait. I love the show.
Cool, what about you, Josh?
I'm gonna have to say I really enjoyed the VHS movies. Not the last one, but the first two. They're probably my favorite.
Alright,
Up there.
yeah, and
What
for
about
me...
you?
And for me, I love Chucky, all Chucky movies,
it.
and Saw and Hellraiser. Those are my favorite horror series franchise.
If it has a creepy puppet in it or a doll,
It's a doll, not a puppet, dude. I have Chucky doll in my room right now. He can join the podcast sometimes.
Oh, speaking of toys and dolls of horror movies, did you guys see NECA? They're putting out a life-size alien face hugger and the alien egg from the movie, Alien. They're releasing that as a toy in March 2016. It's life-size. It's going to be insane. It's got some lights in the egg. It's got a bendable tail.
Sounds fun.
We put up something about it on the Facebook page. It's insanely cool looking, and I'm definitely going to grab one. The question is, I have nowhere to put that thing. It's huge.
Put it on your head or something.
And just wrap it around my face, walk around
Alright.
places with it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about first?
We all seen The Nightmare, right? The documentary that was released earlier this year. Okay, let's
I
talk.
actually watched that a couple hours ago.
What do you think?
Alright, initial thoughts and feelings?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Jaren, what are your initial thoughts and feelings?
Okay, Jaren is playing Fallout now, and we're just
completely
trying
ignoring us.
to make him
Fallout, guys.
stop.
Get
Just
focused.
stop playing it and focus on the podcast.
Alright, I'll stop for a second to talk about The Nightmare, which is one of my newest favorites.
Really?
Probably one of the best horror-associated documentaries I've ever seen.
Yeah.
People who have seen Cropsy would say Cropsy's their favorite. And
Yeah.
Cropsy's good and creepy, but The Nightmare, you'll be sitting there, you're interested, you're learning, you're intrigued, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I'm really uncomfortable. This is really creepy. And the scariest part about it is that stuff's real. Sleep paralysis actually happens to people. I actually just did a paper for one of my classes, a 10-page paper on sleep paralysis. And I brought up The Nightmare as one of my sources of information that I got from. I used the accounts and stories from the people in the movie and what they saw, and I used that in my paper.
Right, it's kind of interesting to see, especially, are we allowed to give spoilers?
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
documentary, not many
Okay,
spoilers.
spoiler.
It's a documentary, it's fine.
Spoiler alert until Josh Watch is gone. You can skip to that.
So I thought it was really interesting, the part where she was, the guy saw the black figure with red eyes, and then he was paralyzed and just looked at it, and the girl behind, right beside him started screaming and saw the black cat like
Oh,
looking at him with red eyes.
they
I
had the
thought that
two
was really cool.
separate dreams. They had
Yeah,
separate visions that coincided with each other. Yeah, that was scary.
yeah, that's really creepy.
That was a
Yeah,
cool scene. It was like a 6 foot tall, shadowy man just standing there over the bed,
yeah,
saying, "I know who you are." Uh, Creepy stuff. Creepy
Oh
movie.
yeah,
yeah. But
Um,
that scene really stood out when the guy told this girl about his dream paralysis, and this girl texted him back and said that, "Why do you tell me this? Now I have it too." No, that's really scary. It's like, you know, it's kind of like a
oh
disease or
yeah.
something. You get affected by telling other people. No,
Uh,
that's really
what's
scary.
crazy is the
Yeah,
studio that actually put the movie out, Gravitas Ventures, is kind of infamous for putting out a lot of very low budget, low quality horror films
yeah,
all over the internet. Like they'll just throw money at a small, like a group that's making a horror film, and they have their name and their logo on a lot of bad movies. But I've realized something that they also produce a lot of documentaries, and every documentary
yeah,
they've done has been pretty solid. Like that's their key thing. And the way they did the Nightmare, there's a scene where they have like their reenactment scene of one of the figures coming up towards the person. It stops. The
yeah.
cameras pan out to where you see the whole studio. The guy walks into a different room, changes his outfit, like the monster. He changes his outfit and goes into the next set and does the scene in the next set. And it's really cool how they do it because they kind of show you that, hey, yes, this is a reenactment. Like they're being open and upfront about it. Like they show you all the lights and cameras, and it's
right.
an extremely interesting movie.
I think my one of the most interesting parts to me was how they how what they saw would correlate to old like
Yeah.
myths from other cultures. Like these people would be like shocked when they see some like crazy like gargoyle just like sitting there, and then it became part of the folklore.
In my paper, I talked about a little bit of the artist Henry Fuseli. In 1781, I think he painted a painting called The Nightmare, which depicted a
Yeah.
woman strung out of her bed with a demon with an incubus on top of her and a horse head poking out
Wow.
from these curtains in the background. I looked it up and says like in the dreams, one of the things that people noticed like in their dreams like throughout history has always been, the creepy demon or shadowy figure that is always perched over them, and a lot of
Hmm.
people reported seeing a horse coming out from the curtains, which I thought came from nightmare, like mares and horse, but
Yeah.
apparently that has no relation at all. But that'd
So
be cool if it did.
yeah. So have you guys ever experienced this stuff in your life at some point?
3 times for me.
3 times?
Um,
Really?
Seriously?
One was recently actually and was nowhere near as bad as most people, and I kind of knew what it was. Like I knew I was in the situation,
Yeah.
and I saw the figure. I had a chair set up with my clothes laid out for the next day in
Yeah.
the chair, and I looked over and the figure was in my clothes. Like, and he did not have a head though, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
um but he just kind of watched me, and I knew that I was in there, so I didn't panic. Like I knew what was going on. um because it was the third time it's happened to me, so I kind of had like an understanding a little bit, so I wasn't as scared as I would have been.
Yeah. So you just used to it. Just make friends with him. Inviting
No,
him
I
to a
mean,
tea party.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to talk to it or anything. I don't think I could have if I tried. But it felt like only a few minutes passed, and then I kind of like snapped out of it.
Yeah.
Uh, what's crazy is one report, which I thought was really interesting, that a lot of people have reported seeing in their dreams, in their sleep paralysis
Yeah.
dreams, and even in the Nightmare documentary they talk about a little bit, is a guy who is a shadow figure who wears a hat. And what's crazy about it is like he's all over the internet, like in the Reddit r/sleep paralysis, that forum. They talk so much about the man in the hat and how they will see him and he'll either do something very
Hmm.
raunchy or sexual or very creepy or painful to him.
Yeah.
And oh, it's just scary. Like people also like he like wears like a coat, like he is said to be wearing a coat and a hat, which is very similar to the original concept idea that Wes Craven had for Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
Right.
so overall, do you think you recommend the Nightmare for horror
Definitely.
fans?
Well, listen, if you're
Definitely.
gonna
Oh
watch
yeah.
it, take it as a documentary, not a horror movie. Because if you go in there, a lot of people went in there saying, "Oh man, I'm ready to get scared." It's a horror movie, and they walked out upset. Go in there saying, "This is a documentary.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn something." You'll walk out happy.
So I was just reading something on like people seeing hallucinations and sleep paralysis, and it's saying that these people are technically asleep, but kind of aware at the same time.
Yeah.
Which so they can't move, but they are hallucinating.
Yeah, dude,
like, all these.
Yeah, dude, I got that like a couple times, to be honest. Like, I know I was dreaming. So I'm
Do you ever like wake up, but you don't fully wake up yet, and you like see
Yeah.
stuff while you're still awake, but you're not like paralyzed. You're like moving around.
Like, I know it's like when I
That's
know it's a dream, I'm just do whatever I want. That's kind of cool, though.
Oh yeah, that's lucid dreaming. That's a whole different
Oh,
thing
really?
altogether. That's fun.
Yeah, that's
if
fun.
if you can have it happen to you and not mess it up.
All right, so from the documentary horror, now let's go to metalhead horror films with rock music and metal music. Deathgasm.
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 Yeah.
A New Zealand filmed horror movie about a group of metalheads summoning an evil spirit and trying to cast it back down to hell.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the most metal movie ever with metal all in it. Like, it's awesome. Like, even if you're not a metal fan, it's still a great, funny, and gory movie.
It's one of the most goriest movie I have seen this year, to be honest. If you like gore, then I highly recommend this movie. And
very gory.
And I want
the underwhelming gore of the Green Inferno.
Yeah, and I want to mention something about the movie that released from New Zealand this year as well. It's called What We Do in the Shadows. That one was like the best comedy movie of the year.
And
horror comedy
documentary type movie as well.
No, that's a mockumentary, not a documentary.
Oh,
that's a
same thing.
No, dude, it's not the same thing. Mockumentary is like, okay, have you seen Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon?
Yes.
Yeah, that is mockumentary. It's not real, but just pretend to be.
I know what a mockumentary is. I'm just being dumb.
Yeah, I know you're dumb. Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows is really, really funny.
Yeah.
So I actually watched that 3 times.
I know it. Yeah.
I watched it 3 times in a row. I was like, this is such a clever movie.
So Josh, go see this movie. Like now.
Yeah, I have not seen it yet.
You have to.
Josh is probably the least likely person to be doing a horror movie podcast, considering he barely watches horror movies. But what Josh is somewhat good for is his knowledge on the occult and all things creepy.
Yep.
There you go.
But
That's why they keep me around.
But before we get to that, let's talk more about. We still have The Walking Dead and Ash versus Evil Dead. What?
Let's not talk aliens.
No, not yet, dude. Okay, let's go to The Walking Dead. What do you think of the latest not the latest episode, the 2 weeks ago episode where someone just died? Supposedly die.
I'll say this. I actually read an article in a newspaper. It was like an editorial, and he was talking about, like, if you haven't watched the episode a couple weeks ago, then there will be spoilers. Glenn does die. Glenn dies.
Really?
Yeah, so for all you Walking Dead fans out there, this is just a big fuck you.
There you go. Well, if you're not caught up by now, then I guess go fuck yourself? I don't know. But
whoa, did you just say that to me?
Apparently. But
the
thing is...
we need to probably cut out the F words. Yeah, so if you're a Walking Dead fan, sucks to be you.
Why would we cut that out?
No, I'm not gonna cut it out. So you think the comic is better, right, for The Walking Dead?
Well, the thing is, I think Glenn is dead. It's just, I mean, it would be. I read an article saying that they probably killed him off just to keep the Watchers and they made it really mysterious how he died. So they they force the watchers to keep on watching the next couple weeks to see if he actually is dead or not.
Yeah, to keep the rating up, right?
What they did was basically AMC gave themselves options to whether or not if people continued to watch the show, like how the ratings went, they could either bring him back or keep him killed off. So they gave themselves the option to do either or.
Well, as a reader of the comics, when I saw the death of Glenn, I honestly rolled my eyes because the way he died in the comics is so much cooler. You need to watch the comics or read the comics. It's so much better.
I'll look at the book, open it, and just stare at it for a while until something happens.
You do that.
Poke it a little bit.
The show, he just kind of, honestly, it was just kind of a lame way to go, where the person right beside him shoots himself in the head and they both fall down next to a dumpster and they both die next to a dumpster.
I thought that scene, because I did see the scene, was shot really well, though. Like, it was really dramatically shot. But I gave up on The Walking Dead because it became a lot of, whoa, something crazy, then a whole lot of nothing, then at the very end, whoa, something crazy, then a whole lot of nothing. I just gave up.
Exactly, yeah.
That's basically the show, like...
Oh my gosh, who is the actor who's going to play him?
Negan, right?
The new actor.
Looking
at it.
Yeah.
Wait, would you say, Chok?
The new actors who gonna play Negan, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of his name.
He's actually the one who... Okay, I shouldn't spoil this, but Josh showed me the comics earlier.
Don't say it.
Okay, I'm not...
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil that because it's worth... it's definitely worth reading.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Gonna keep quiet on that.
I'm just gonna say Glenn's death is so much cooler in the comics.
Yep, I agree with that.
Something involving Negan coming back, who's going to be played by Michael Cudlitz. Him coming back has a lot to do with the chance that Glenn might be alive.
No, Jeffrey Dean. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's the guy who's supposed to be casted. Or that's what I hear.
Oh, okay, well then, here, cut out what I just said. Let me just repeat that. So, Negan, who's going to be played by Jeffrey Dean...
I'm not gonna cut that.
Don't cut it out.
I'm not gonna cut out.
No, please cut that out. No, please
don't.
cut that out.
See, I told you, you're dumb as fuck, dude. No, I'm joking.
You gotta cut that out, though. You totally gotta cut that out.
No, I'm not cutting that out. Okay, do you have something more to say about The Walking Dead, or are we gonna move on to Ash versus Evil Dead?
If you don't cut that out, we have to at least make it seem like we know a little bit about what we're talking about. And I read the article wrong because I just looked it up because I have no clue. So let me repeat this if it will add this part in. Negan, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Him coming back, that casting says that there actually is a higher chance that Glenn might be alive.
Awesome.
I mean, I think it would be ridiculous if he was still alive, because even if, he escaped under that small dumpster, how is he going to get away from there? And at that point, it just gets ridiculous that he'd still be alive.
And his name credit got removed from the opening title. The guy who played...
Right.
Yeah, so...
Well, that's because he, wasn't acting in that scene, you know?
No, dude, that doesn't make sense. Their name's supposed to last for the whole season, even if they die during the season.
Oh, dang. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like that.
Because Negan's supposed to be like a pretty big guy with black hair.
They actually look a lot alike to him and Chok's character, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. We have to see on that.
I mean, this is kind of a relief seeing that, compared to the comics, they've done some pretty horrific casting. For Abraham looks a lot smaller in the show, and he's very, very ginger. Very, very ginger. And I just didn't think he did well casting for him.
Yeah.
And, okay, what are your... I don't think Jaren really watches the show, but Chok, what's your least favorite character? And then what's your favorite?
My least favorite character would be...
It could be from any season.
My least favorite is probably Carl, and...
Yeah.
My most favorite is probably Michonne.
Michonne?
Yeah.
Right. I actually thought Michonne, they casted her really well. Like,
Yes.
her in the comics and her in the show look exactly the same. Carl, they really butchered him in the show. Just like, they kind of did the same with Andrea. Carl is like a complete badass in comics, but in the show, he's just kind of a whiny bitch.
He's completely fucked up. He looks so fucked up.
He just looks like an angsty piece of shit.
My least favorite is gonna have to be Lori.
Lori? Yeah,
Lori?
she's a bad...
And
She's
my
a
most
bad
favorite,
character.
I think I like Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick is pretty cool.
I'm happy that none of you guys. Well, what about you, Josh?
Josh loves Daryl,
okay.
right? Daryl Dixon.
In the show, my favorite is probably still Rick because I mean everybody loves Daryl so much, but the focus should be more on Rick because he is the main character. But they're trying to get this like everybody's in love with this redneck with a crossbow, but I think the real badass is still definitely Rick. And as far as least favorite characters go, I mean, I will say that the difference between the show and the comic, the show, they wanted to add more in and like take some out of the comics just to kind of experiment with it. So I understand putting Daryl in. It's kind of a fun twist with the crossbow, I guess. But my least favorite character, the one I most wanted to die was definitely Andrea, because she was just constantly annoying.
The blonde?
The blonde girl. You know, after her sister died, she became like all suicidal and pouty. She accidentally shot one of her. I think it was Daryl, right?
Yeah, shot off his ear, didn't he?
Shot at Grace's head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, it just made me wanting her to die.
And she died, right? She died. Yeah, last season, right?
And Milton died with her, so two for the price of one.
Hell yeah.
Milton was also a shitty character.
Mm-hmm.
But another probably favorite of mine is the Governor. I know he's a lot different in the comics, but the Governor, it was casted really well. It was a complete badass who took down Merle, and Merle was like one of the toughest people out there, and he killed Merle pretty easily. And he's just kind of insane, like he shot his own teammates, and I say he's definitely up there. And who was you said Rick was your favorite, Jaren?
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy that none of us picked Daryl, to be honest. Like,
I'm so happy about that.
he is pretty overhyped.
You know, say if Daryl doesn't die, I will riot.
Well, no, here's the thing. He's gotten so much he's got such a huge fan following right now that there's no way. Like, he dies with the show. He dies.
You can see all his toys, all his slashes on Hot Topic, and all his shirt and the cups and everything.
He dominates at horror cons too, which is very upsetting.
Yeah.
I got respect for The Walking Dead, but it's getting old in my opinion because they're even using it for Halloween Horror Nights. This is like the 4th year in a row they've done it, and it's just getting old.
Yeah, I mean, I will say there is a much cooler guy with a crossbow in the comics. I know I keep on going back to the comics. I guess I gotta stop fucking doing that. But
no, it's cool.
He has like a half-burnt face, and he has a crossbow. So much more awesome than Daryl.
Yeah,
but is way overhyped, like you said. Like, you can go basically in any store and you'll see like one of their shirts to say, "If Daryl dies, we riot." And
hey, now, a TV show that is definitely super hyped, but is completely deserving of all the hype, is the new Ash vs. Evil Dead. Phenomenal.
Yeah. I still need to go and watch that.
You can watch the first few episodes for free on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
On their Facebook page? And what's their Facebook page?
Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Okay.
Pretty simple, Josh, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Josh.
I took a guess on that one.
Yeah, it's on the 3rd episode now, right?
Yeah.
I need to catch up. Ugh.
Third episode's pretty good. They're all about usually. First one is about 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
The other two are 30.
But
The way it's set up is it's the plot line for Evil Dead 4. But me and Chok both know that they took a lot from the original script, but it is still a great show.
The original script has much more action and more like drama going on, but I can understand why they couldn't put it in because of the budget and because of that time. They don't have like enough time.
Now, is it 30-minute episodes or is it an hour episode?
No, it's only like 30 or 40 minutes. It's really short.
Okay.
Though. They couldn't have enough time.
Yeah, see,
to
that's
put...
probably the problem with it. They can't add all they want.
It's already been renewed for a second season.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
yes.
It's actually doing really, really well. Like it's doing really well.
Could it really stay true to the original movies, right?
Yes, because Sam Raimi is the one who's directing it, and so even in the first episode, not much. There's not a spoiler, but in the first episode, they do a whole cut back to what the events that happened in Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2. They kind of blend it together as one event.
Yeah, but
they are not allowed to talk about what happened in Army of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There was a reason. I'm trying to think of why. I'm pretty sure it's because that Universal still owns the licensing rights to Army of Darkness, and because of that, they are not allowed to. Like they didn't get permission to use it, and so they kind of just mow over that. But still great, so well done. It's all practical effects.
Yeah.
There's very little CGI. It's all prosthetic. Real blood just flying out everywhere, just like the old classic movies. Excellent.
Yeah, you all horror fans can like jerk off while watching this.
Yes,
it'd be a perfect.
You can.
As for me, whose favorite horror series is The Evil Dead, this is an amazing addition to that whole series, that whole franchise.
Okay, so Jaren, like since you saw the second episode and the third episode, does the cast beside Bruce Campbell, does other cast like do they get better in acting? Especially the police. I thought she was terrible in the first episode.
Oh yeah,
she has no emotion at all.
I didn't think she was that bad.
I thought she was really bad.
Yes, she's in the third episode. She has a way bigger part in the third episode.
Yeah.
And that's actually when she first encounters Ash and the rest of his crew. Very crazy effects and very crazy monster in the third episode. Definitely catch up on that.
Yep. I need to catch up on those.
All right. So is anybody watching the new American Horror Story
Nope.
show or the new season?
Not yet. The hotel, right?
Hotel. I haven't either. I need to get around to that. I wanted to start from the very beginning. I will say I did not really care for the first season.
Dude, first season was good.
Spooky ghosts in a house. Second season.
I've watched a lot of American Horror Story. I'm not a big fan.
Right.
But the one thing that I've heard about this new season that's caught my attention, I haven't seen a lot of it yet, but what's caught my attention is that they're incorporating real life quote unquote serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, Richard Ramirez. They're putting those in the show. And that's interesting, and that's a new little spin that they're doing that I think is cool.
And they also based one of their segment on the Cecil Hotel, the real event that happens at the Cecil Hotel.
Right, and I guess we can talk about that in future episodes because the Cecil Hotel is very, very interesting with the Elise Lam case.
I actually walked past there like 2 weeks,
sorry,
like
is it
last
pronounced
month.
Cecil? I thought it was pronounced Cecil.
Is it Cecil? Cecil?
I think it's
Cecil.
Not Cecil? Okay, sorry about that.
I feel like Cecil is spelled Cecil, so it's Cecil.
Yeah. But I accidentally just walked past that hotel like last month, and it looks stunning though. It's still open, so if any of you guys want to stay there,
Chok, while he was working at Creep LA, was walking back home and was like, "Oh my God, wait, I know that hotel."
Yeah, it's in downtown LA, and The inside looks stunning though. It's like covered with gold and stuff. They changed their
It's
name to
not-
Stay in Maine or something. Stay at Maine.
Isn't
or
it kind of in
something.
a sketchy part of town though? That's what
Yeah,
I've
it
heard
is.
about it.
It's also where Richard Ramirez stayed while he was committing a few crimes,
Like murder.
like murder.
Like murder. Okay, so I think the thing with American Horror Story, I'm still in the second season, so I guess I can't judge any of the future ones. I've heard better things about that. The thing with the second season is, I do like how creepy it is, but it just seems the storyline is everywhere.
Freak
Like-
Show is pretty good if you haven't seen Freak
Freak
Show.
Show's good.
Yeah.
It's a Freak Show. I mean, yes, okay. What all American Horror Stories have, which is not my favorite thing, but it's all in there, is their over amount of sexual weirdness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, like I've seen movies where there'll be a couple cool, coolish, weirdish sexual scenes, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's weird, and you go on. It's every 5 minutes in American Horror Story, and so that's like one of those things. Like that's definitely not my favorite part about it. But in Freak Show,
Right.
there's a lot more blood, guts, and a little bit of creepy gore thrown in there that I think is a lot better.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think a little bit of sexual horror can go a long way, but if you use too much, it gets to the point where it just gets weird when there's like 2 rape scenes a season, or 2 rape scenes an episode.
Let's talk
Just not
about
my thing.
real sexual horror and some rape revenge horror that came out recently, which is I Spit on Your Grave 3. Chok, you know a lot about that movie. It's one of your fave series, isn't it?
Wait, dude, no, that was not one of my favorite series. I mean, I like the I like the first one though. Like, I think the revenge was really gory and was really satisfying. But the third one, they kind of focus more on the characters and more on the dramatic part, more human part of the story rather than the gore and what the movie is trying to sell, which is just a rape and revenge movie. So they kind of drop on the gore level for the violence level that they used to have in the second and the first movie.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's one kill scene that apparently is one of the craziest, one of the goriest that people have seen in a while. That's in the new movie, though.
In the new movie?
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, not to give anything away,
it's
but
just-
I think that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's quite disturbing. Like, I mean, she just like stabbed his dick and then just rip it off into 2 pieces.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yikes.
If you
Yeah.
want to see some classic dick stabbing, then give that movie a watch.
And they are making another I Spit on Your Grave movie. It's an actual direct sequel to the classic one, and they already filmed it. I mean,
Yeah, it's I Spit on Your Grave for Deja Vu.
yeah, Deja Vu.
Yeah, no. Apparently that's already been filmed, and they announced it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, when is this gonna be made?" And they're like, "Oh no, we already made it." And it's like, "Oh, that's cool." It was very underground. They kept it very secret, and it's very interesting to see how that's gonna play out. Which I think that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a sequel to the direct.
But yeah, but I still
direct sequel to the first movie.
but I still think the most like disturbing rape film that I have ever seen is a Serbian film. Have you seen that?
Oh yes.
Oh
But
god, I still need to watch
I think
that.
that's
Yeah, you need to.
too much of a heavy topic.
Yeah, we'll go into
We'll do
more of the.
we'll do some heavy hitter movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should.
So I'm just looking
Yeah.
at this face hugger alien toy just now, and I gotta say that looks awesome.
Right? Does that not look?
I didn't believe you guys until now, but
It looks so cool.
It's gonna be like a life-size alien egg thing, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a life-size alien face hugger with an egg that goes with it. The eggs light up, and the face hugger has a bendable tail and limbs.
You're gonna get one, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get one. I don't know. It depends on how much they are, which I'm not quite sure yet.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
yeah, I would love to get one for my bed. Speaking, hey, just a question. Are we on our? All right, guys. Let's talk aliens.
Oh my god.
Let's go to aliens. So we're gonna talk about ET, right?
Yeah. Okay, so apparently something went over California. I guess I'd never read the official news report. Jaren, I think you know a little bit more about exactly what happened. Wow.
Approximately 7 o'clock. I have no clue what time it actually happened. I'm lying on that. Sometime during the night, Los Angeles people, looked up and saw a giant bright light moving across the sky, emitting all kinds of rays. There's videos everywhere on the internet. We'll put one up on we'll put up a link to one of the videos on our YouTube channel. The Navy said it was a missile test. But apparently a lot of Navy personnel said that they had no clue that there was supposed to be a missile test going on during that time.
Right.
Very odd, very creepy.
Yeah.
Aliens.
I want to add in that they always tell us it's like some stupid explanation after the fact. Like, for once, they should just tell us before.
Yeah, it's weird how they had to, they didn't think that people
I'm
were
actually
going to say about it.
Reading up. Apparently, this is from moviepilot.com. I don't know how credible.
Oh, I hate that website. That's the worst website ever.
So I shouldn't use it?
We can use it. I mean, it's just an annoying website.
Some person took a picture of this weird-looking alien corpse, after on that night.
Oh no! I know what you're talking about. It's a very twisted, mangled-looking, mutated-looking thing. That's a lamb.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lamb with a clearly defective birth of a lamb, and this guy said he found it outside his house. He heard some low moaning and screeching thing. It's a lamb.
Really?
Which very very interesting fact on that is because the guy who originally put the picture is not giving a lot of information out, but it's the scientists of the world can confirm that that's what a lamb, a mutated lamb, looks like. You look up other pictures and find similar things
Let's
to it.
Let's definitely put this on the Facebook page.
Yeah, we could put a picture of the actual creepy looking lamb figure.
It says, I wasn't going to post this, but I can't stop trying to figure out what the fuck this thing is. I heard someone scream at 11:30 last night and went on my side yard and found this thing.
What?
It was dead when I found it. And it looks like a really sad lamb.
It's a lamb with 2 limbs.
No, but I'm in Los Angeles right now, and I haven't heard a single person talking about this. Are you sure?
I wonder why it was screaming.
There are sightings in San Francisco and in Colorado as well, and in New Mexico.
Okay. Haven't heard of it, haven't seen it.
I'm not sure how long it stayed in the air.
Yeah.
But if you were not outside during that time, if you were outside during that time, you would see it. From what people have said, it was bright, and it was.
So
I guess I wasn't outside.
Was it aliens? What do you think, Chok?
I think it was Chuck Mangione.
Well, I
think it's John Cena.
Well, I haven't seen or heard anyone talk about this in Los Angeles right now. The people that I know, but I don't believe in God, so I probably kind of believe in aliens. I guess there's something out there on other planet. So I guess I'm kind of half believe though.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say without a single doubt, I do believe in aliens, and I do believe aliens did it. What about you, Jaren?
I was gonna say one thing. I think the U.S. military are just a bunch of assholes. Honestly, that's what I think. I think this was most likely a military situation, and I just think that they're just so stupid. They're hey, maybe people won't get freaked out by this giant flying light in the air.
Wow.
And
okay.
People get freaked out about it, and they're like, "Oh, I guess
we should probably edit out that part where you called the military people." But I think just because you said that, I think we should leave it in.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna get caught in, and we're gonna get killed, and we're gonna get shut down.
Not our serving troops. No, I'm talking about government military officials.
Okay. That would work.
Yeah, I think they should definitely, if they're gonna do something like that, I think they should tell us before, right? And that leaves no room for suspicion.
Who knows? Maybe they did tell us before, and we just didn't listen.
No, I mean they don't want
I
to
see.
tell. They don't want to tell because they don't want people to go so scared about it and freak out about it.
Well, yeah. Well, they said it was a missile test. See, how well do you think people would react if you say you're
Yeah,
launching
yeah.
a missile over their heads?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Better have them think it's an alien and then have them get mad later than have them all mass panic.
I'm gonna be honest. I just kind of really want it to be an alien. I don't know. That's just me.
So you just really want to meet the real alien, right?
Yes.
I just want to watch this world burn.
Yeah. All right. So I guess now we should go back, go over all the movies, and give it our what we rate about it. So we first talked about
The Nightmares.
The Nightmare, right?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Chok?
I gave it a B on my. You can check out my reviews on Instagram page, Movie Maniacs, and read
B?
more about it. Yes, I gave it a B.
Okay.
It's probably my second best horror movie this year, behind It Follows. So it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Jaren?
I'm gonna give Chuck on that total B for The Nightmare. Definitely.
Oh, I thought you loved it so much.
As far as horror documentaries go, I would definitely give it an A, because it had that like interesting, like what you're actually learning, but it also had that like creepy, like vibe that you don't exactly know what's happening.
I thought we were trying to be more critical about these things. I'm gonna change mine to an A as well.
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
Come on. You can't just
You're
do that.
flip-flopping.
Yeah.
It's a good one, and I was just thinking about how much I liked it again. Like I was just like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it again recently.
Yeah.
Like, you remember Cropsy, right?
Yes.
When I watched that, I was a little bit younger, but I was definitely scared of it, and I was also interested in learning more about it, and that's what I really like in horror documentaries.
Yeah, it's there's no doubt that The Nightmare is probably one of the best horror genre affiliated documentaries. Besides, you got Never Sleep Again and Cropsy.
Yeah.
You got these big name ones, but this one is like stands on its own. Very unique, very interesting. Give it a watch.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I didn't watch Deathgasm, so you guys go ahead and rate it.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Chuck.
Okay, so I gave it a B plus. The reason I didn't give it an A is because I think it was really predictable.
Really?
And the characters are not That's not much of a character development in this movie. It's just a fun party, gory movies that's really entertaining, and yeah, that's my grade, B plus.
Okay, so don't listen to what Chalk said because he has no clue what he's talking about. The character development was there. There was character development.
No, I mean it's there, but it's not enough. But that's not,
There's not much partying going on. Well, I guess there's a little bit. Not really, actually. Not really partying at all. Imagine Shaun of the Dead.
No, imagine Evil Dead.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead meets Mental. Yeah.
Black metal.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a B.
Wait, what? So I gave it a B plus, and you gave it a B.
It's a good one. It's a definite go watch it. You'll love it. It's funny. It's clever. It's actiony. It's gory. It's got a kick-ass soundtrack.
Okay. What about Ash vs. Evil Dead? I guess you both are gonna give it A's.
A's.
All right.
A plus plus.
I'm giving it a B plus.
Okay,
okay.
No, because I say earlier the cast are not that great. Besides Bruce Campbell, obviously, but the casts are pretty decent. Yeah.
All right. I guess question. We talked a little bit about The Walking Dead, so I didn't see tonight's episode. Or last night's episode. Do you think Glenn's really dead? Chok?
question to our viewers.
I'm just waiting for you to call my name or someone's name. Okay, so I don't think Glenn is dead. I mean, the way they shot it is obviously the guy on top of him, and it's the gourd. It's the guy's gourd that the zombies are eating, not Glenn's.
Right. Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, they might explain in tonight's episode. I was being an idiot and I didn't watch it.
But I'm really curious, like, why they cut his name off the opening credits, so he might be dead.
I think they just did the opening credits thing just to trick people like you, Chok, just to trick the weak-minded fans.
Oh,
So I guess we're about to wrap this episode up.
yeah.
And I guess we can follow Jaren at Family of Fear on Instagram. We can follow Chode on
Chok! Chok! I'm gonna choke you, you piece of shit.
Oh, hey, we also have a Facebook page, and it looks like we have over 20 followers, so...
Likes! People
you
don't...
can like that and bring that right up to 30.
People don't follow people on Facebook, they likes the page.
Yes, so follow us on Facebook at Family of Fear.
Yeah.
Follow Chode on Instagram at Movies Maniacs. Josh Blank at Josh Blanked.
Actually, I'm going to make my own Instagram account.
Josh
soon.
likes men.
Let's see.
Yep.
Josh likes men.
That's not a real
Josh
Instagram
like men.
account.
Okay, so we're gonna close it with the theme song for Halloween.
I thought we entered with whatever.
Hey, John
And we're gonna close
this
it
is a
with...
direct message to John Carpenter.
Yep.
Don't sue us.
Alright, we'll see you guys next week.
Alright guys, have a good night. Woo!
Ooh.